Hey, good morning, collective. Mm, 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 mm. How y'all doing this morning? All right, today is Tuesday, August 18th. It's 5:51 a.m. Oh, damn it, a.m. Yes, I did wash my face and I did brush my teeth. That's all I've done, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. Remember that time is fluid. Whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Death of the ego. That's what the download I got this morning was. Death of the ego. It's like not saying that someone's egotistical, because we all have an ego, right? We all have that part of us that we call on, right? And for myself, it's about like I have valid reasons for the choices that I make, right? We all have valid reasons, right? We do this or we don't do this for a specific reason, right? And we try to be fair. But when the ego remembers the past, when the ego keeps bringing up the things of the past, that becomes a blockage. When the ego says, this is how we got to move because of the past, that's a double-edged sword, because although we can move forward with some things, it's like forgiveness but not forgetting, it still becomes a blockage. From my understanding, God has forgiven my sins. He has forgiven me of the things that I've done, the things that are to come, right? I truly feel that way. And I say that because of the change in my life, the change in the way I think, the change in the way I behave, right? How I practice my relationship with God. I pray, I read, you know what I mean? And I call on Him, and I apply the things that I know, that I've learned, that I've read, that He has taught me. I apply it to my life today. There's still some parts of my life where the ego still, is still there, There's some things that I feel like I'm being called to do. It's not that I'm even being called to do, because it's a choice, right? I could either accept it or reject it. Ego says, you've already been through enough. You've already, dealt with this situation. You don't have to deal with this no more, and you have every right not to do that. The selfless me, the ego death, is saying there is no boundary, right? There is no because I feel like this, because I've been through this, because what's playing in my head is Jesus went through the most. He went through betrayal. He went through rejection. He went through being set up, being talked about, being backstabbed. He went through all of that shit. And you know what He did? He still sacrificed Himself for us, even though we did that shit to Him. You feeling me? When I say we, because we are descendants. Just like today, when a lot of Caucasian Americans will say, well, we didn't have nothing to do with slavery, but you're a descendant. So that means that curse comes down on you. Right? And, I ain't trying to bring it, but I'm just saying the dynamic of it. You understand what I'm saying? And for me, it's the death of the ego was like, get your ego out the way. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're still here on earth and you still have a choice. But if you're obedient If you're serious about this walk, right? You got to understand that things are coming towards you because you have a purpose. You have the spirit of God. You have the spirit of love. You have the spirit of light on you. Not to be hidden. And not to let your ego take control of it. You hear me? Don't let your ego dictate. Death of the ego. Let's go. What's the message for the collective? We got 12. I've been seeing this number. This is this cycle over. Step into better. What's ending is making room for your upgrade. 12. I've been seeing this number for the past couple of days, and I still haven't looked it up. I think I did one time, but because my book only has 3 digits, it doesn't go to 4 digits. And we got you, okay, unique, unfortunate, universe. Maybe this is a message from the universe. It's like being willing, even though it may not have the outcome that you expect. But when you're willing, we have to move ourselves out the way, what we want, what we expect, because we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for somebody else. And we can't dictate how they receive it. But when do we stop, right? When do we stop? When we keep giving and it keeps being rejected, when do we stop? There's something for me, and maybe for someone else, there's something here that I need to learn how to do. I have to be willing. When Abraham was willing to sacrifice his son on that mountain, he bound him and he put him up there. He was willing to give him to God, to you know what I'm saying? Because you know why? Because he believed that God would bring him back. Because he did it for Jesus. He was willing to sacrifice something that he loved. Maybe this is a time when we really have to let something go. Be willing to let it go. What we got here? Father knows, mother knows. Listen. Oh. Father knows, mother knows. Some of you guys could be tarot readers. Divination. Y'all do divination in some way, shape, or form. You communicate with the universe, with spirit, with your third eye, with your most high. Yeah. And it's funny because when it's like we're all equipped with it, right? Because we have a brain, and that's where the communication, that's where all the knowledge is stored. But do we ever access it? We can't access it when we're living in the 3D, right? Father knows, mother knows. So some of you guys could have a father or a mother in spirit, okay, that guides you, helps you. Spirit is saying for you to meditate more and to, find a quiet space so that you can receive the information, the messages, or however you do divination. That's where you're getting your messages from. That's where you will receive it. We got February 2nd. All right, that could be significant. Somebody could be an Aquarius or a Pisces, I guess. Somebody's mom or dad could be Aquarius or a Pisces, or you could be an Aquarius or a Pisces. There could be an Aquarius or a Pisces that's trying to communicate with you. Send you some messages, says your money is about to increase. So some of you guys could be getting some kind of financial increase. upgrade. I heard some of you are about to get an upgrade. Yeah, I feel like something is being released. All right, like if it's in the financial setting, in the energy, in the universe, something's being released, something's being opened up, and finances are gonna start coming in. What else, Spirit? Okay. A could be significant. Amen. Amen. The cycle is over. Amen. Achievement, something that you achieved. Accolades. Abundance. Awareness. Okay. What else going on here, Spirit? Death of the ego. Well, we got 666. Ooh, come on now. Fix your vibe. You're overthinking. Recenter, refocus, and recalibrate. Recenter, refocus, and recalibrate. Awareness. You're aware of your energy being off, or attuned, alignment. Okay. 666. I'm also seeing 999 because I can see this in the upside down. It says family knows about betrayal. So somebody's making you aware of something. There's an energy. It could be a passed on loved one. All right, that's trying to make you aware of some kind of betrayal by your family. Yeah, that's the angel. There's an angel here that's showing you things. Right up under the divination. The father knows, mother knows. Somebody knows about some kind of betrayal through your family. Something that could have really caused you a lot of heartbreak. I see 3 people back here. Yeah, there's an angel. Your intuition. Yeah, you know. I see a mother, father, and a child. These could be your grandparents that are covering you, that are sending you this message. Okay, so you know about a betrayal. What's that mean? Jesus knew about Judas too. And he still sat down and ate with him. He still washed his feet. You hear me? 777. Blessings loading. Spiritual upgrades, luck, and divine favor are activating for you. Yeah, something was really heartbreaking. Yeah, and then now it's time for you to recenter yourself, refocus yourself, and recalibrate. And with the recalibrate, I feel like this is you, like being strengthened in your spirit. You know what I mean? Because yes, there's hurt here, there's disappointment here, there's pain and sorrow in this energy, but this energy is going to build you, make you stronger. It's like you're gonna go through, and then you're gonna go and step up, right? Because now you've been activated. You know what I'm saying? And it's now you've transmuted that energy. You turned it from sorrow into energy, right? And awareness. So now you're aware, even though it hurts, you're very much so aware of it, okay? What's going on here, Spirit? Anything else? Of course it is. We got F. Somebody's name or initial could be with F. We got Frank, I'm hearing. Frank, Fred, financial blessings. Yes. With this, your money is about to increase with this big F. There's a lot of favor over you. All right? Yes. I heard God favors you. God favors you. That's what I'm hearing. And this could be just because of your willingness, your obedience, right? Even when it hurt, even when on the physical and everything is saying don't do it, right? But you trust God. You trust that if he brings you to it, he's going to bring you through it. We're not in the energy of running away from shit today. We're in the energy of surrendering it to God, giving it to Him. This is what's going on. This is how I feel. I'm turning this over to you, Father. Especially if you don't want to make a wrong move. Especially if you don't want to act out of ego, right? These things should be, Father said, put those things off of you that are immoral, degrading, sexually immoral. Put off swearing and foul language, and you know what I'm saying? Put off all that shit gotta go, because that's all ego. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, that's all ego. What we got here? R. And then we got March 3rd. R. Remember. Richard. Robert. Renee. Rolanda. March 3rd. Realization. Could be dealing with the Aries or Pisces. You could be an Aries or Pisces. Remember, I heard ritual as well. Return. This could have something to do with this betrayal. Because you're ascending. Oh, Spirit said you're ascending. You've ascended. And we got D, the divine. You are covered. Destruction, death, denial. Maybe you've been in denial about, what's been going on around you. Maybe you haven't really been listening to your intuition. You've been putting it off, denying what it's trying to show you. But the Spirit's about to show you it is what it is. Maybe that's something it's going to be hard for you to believe, right? To accept. Very painful energy when this is being revealed to you. Spirit said don't be in denial about this. Everything is in divine timing. It was deception, right? Even though you were being your best version of yourself, you were still being deceived by those that you were giving the help to. Judas. Sitting out and eating at your table, but in the background they were, discussing with others that did not have a taste for you and how to capture you, to end you, to cause some kind of harm to you. Whether that was spiritual, physical, or emotional. And this could be, thank you, Spirit. What we got here? Signs from animals. Spirit could be sending you signs through nature, through animals, through the birds, butterflies. It's like you're knowing. It's like that knowing, but you can know some things, you can see some things, you know what I'm saying, in the spirit and the energy, and you still don't want to believe it. You still don't want to believe it's from people that you love, people that you care for, people that you support. You don't want to believe that, and that's going to be something really, really. It's definite. Whatever you do in your spiritual walk and how you communicate with the universe, that's where your answers are going to come from. That's where your answers are coming from. If you read tarot, if you do some kind of divination, that's where your connection with the spirits, with God, with the universe, that's your portal. Thank you, Spirit. That's your portal. Love offer. With this love offer, this could be, platonic love. This could be romantic love, but I feel like this is platonic because I don't feel like, well, it could be romantic, but with this F, something's finished. Excuse me. With this love offer, I think you're very skeptical about it. This could be a friendship offer, an offer of unity, moving forward together, an apology, 411, important information is coming in. V. Somebody could have the initial V. Yeah, and the spirit saying cleanse your aura. Yeah. Some of you definitely need to take a spiritual bath, burn some sage, because I feel like there's some kind of energy that could be around you. All right, your guides are about to hand you the truth. No sugarcoat. Ooh-wee. The guides are about to hand you the truth with no sugarcoat. I told you there's something, you're going to learn something. Discover. Something is about to be discovered. Disclosed to you. All right? And it's going to be a sign from the universe. What's going on here, Spirit? What's this message about? Death of the ego. What we got here? Know yourself. Look at that. Death of the ego. Know yourself. Stop denying what you feel because you don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe that, damn, your loyalty, listen, the way you get down is devastating that people don't meet you there. But a lot of people can't. A lot of people are still in the ego. A lot of people believe they deserve what they think they deserve. Or you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of disconnection from Source. Because Source would tell us in a minute, this ain't just about you. You know what I mean? I didn't just save you just so you could be okay. I saved you so that you could let people know I did that shit. And know that you're there to support them in making a connection with me. That's Source. Right? This is not just about us. This is about remembrance. What's going on? Know yourself, Spirit, right? Okay. That buck box. That boot box. What is that? Somebody could have put you in a box. Hang on a sec. Let me go get my phone. Hey, I'm back. Let's see what this is. What is that? For that buck box. A small wine cabinet, widely famous as an internet-era urban legend and alleged haunted artifact. Oh, in Jewish folklore, the buck is a malicious, disembodied spirit that possesses the living. However, the specific phenomenon of the dybbuk box was entirely invented in 2001 by a creative writer who later confessed it was a fictional story. What's the legend? What is it? Okay, it says, is a dybbuk a demon? No, a dybbuk is not a demon. In Jewish mysticism and folklore, a dybbuk is the restless, disembodied human soul of a person who died with unrepented sins or unfinished business, causing it to cling or attach itself to the body of a living person. Remember I said some of y'all need to take a spiritual cleansing because there's an energy around you? There could be a soul or some kind of spirit that's an unrepented spirit, a spirit that never apologized, never made amends. You know what I'm saying? They're not sorry for what they fucking did. And they're trying to attach itself to the body of a living person. Or somebody that feels like they got unfinished business, right? They refuse to leave, right? They refuse to accept and acknowledge that their time is up, right? Know yourself in the dybbuk. Know yourself and know the spirit that's around you that doesn't want to die, that doesn't want to move on. Some of y'all got a spirit around y'all that does not want to move on. Someone who died with an unrepented sin, unfinished business. Ooh, this could be a sister. Oh, shit, this could be a sister, y'all. That has passed on, that has unrepented sins. Never, you know, the ego. The ego refuses to apologize. The ego refuses to admit when they did wrong. The ego refuses to stop doing malicious shit, right? Not having any kind of remorse. Wow, this is interesting. What else going on here, Spirit? What else is going on with this sister? What else does it say? A dybbuk was once a living human being. What we got here? I feel small to you. So you could have felt small to this sister, or this sister could have felt small to you. All right? Take that how it resonates. Know yourself. Know the difference. Right? Know your energy. So yeah, some of y'all could have this energy could have tried to attach itself to you because they wasn't ready to leave, right? They wasn't ready to stop doing what they was doing. They wasn't ready to. What we got? They signed on the dotted line. Ooh, somebody could have been doing divination, spell work. They sold themselves over to the devil. And Spirit said, and they still want what they sacrificed. They still want the outcome, but there was never gonna be the fucking outcome. The devil lied. The devil's always lying. The devil always can try to tell you that they can give you what God won't give you. That's some bullshit. God gives us and he don't gives us at an appropriate time when it's appropriate for our best, not for our worst, not to send us down a blind fucking path. And the devil will come and tell you can still have that shit. You ain't got to go through God. I got you, but you got to do this, and that. And you're going to just, okay, I'm going to give up my firstborn. I'll give you my liver. Nigga, what the fuck? For what? That was a lie. Somebody signed on the dotted line. Ooh. They were warned to stop. They were warned to stop. So we got a wandering soul that refuses to move forward. This is somebody that refuses to go before God. Think they ain't got to go towards judgment. They've been delaying it. They were warned to stop, and this is spiritual with that purple. This is spiritual. But they wouldn't stop. Yeah, this is somebody that's trying to cling to somebody that is trying to attach itself to the body of a living person. This person may have attached themselves to somebody around you. Take that how it resonates, because they can only attach to low vibrational energy because they are low vibrational. Take that how it resonates. Somebody was warned to stop. What we got here? Aries. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. What we got here? We got a water sign now. Water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Take it how it resonates. What we got here? They all agreed to steal from you. Remember I told you there was a group of people, 3 people. I seen that in the cards there in the background. Yeah, they all agreed to steal from you. Your sister could be a water sign. Yep, this sister that always felt small to you. Like you were always the favorite. You was always the one that got attention. You was always the one that people gravitated towards, right? Yeah, look, the fruit is ripe. So whatever it is, yeah, Spirit said now is the time. Whatever the the seeds that they planted. It's harvest time now. It's about to be. You're about to see it. You're about to see it. Yep, somebody's going to fall from grace. You're about to see it because of the seeds they planted. It's all coming to light now. Anything else, Spirit? The fruit is ripe. The harvest is time. Somebody's misery. What we got? They regret competing with you for your lovers. Look at that. Somebody was very jealous of you. And they were very vocal about that as well. I want to tell you that. Somebody was very vocal about how they felt about you. Yeah, with this communication, they gossiped. They talk behind your back. They created narratives about you. And they refused. This is somebody that refuses to repent about the things that they've done. And they were warned to stop, but they refused to stop. I kept getting water, Pisces. Remember, the Pisces came out here twice. We got Pisces and Aquarius and Pisces and Aries. So definitely a water and a fire sign. Take it how it resonates. What else, Spirit? Somebody was told to stop fucking with you, to stop trying to sabotage you. How deep does your well go? Somebody caused a lot of emotional harm to you as well. They said a lot of things. This is communication. This is giving me, like, Spirit told this person, shut the fuck up. Stop doing that. Stop talking about this person. Stop spreading rumors about this person. Leave this person alone. But it wasn't enough for them to, do the gossiping and stuff. They had to go further. Somebody went and did something. Yeah, they did some kind of transaction, some kind of agreement, some kind of contract. They signed, and that was it. That was the last time. Let me say, somebody was caught off fucking guard. They didn't see that shit coming. They didn't see divine timing. They didn't see the divine in the mix. Woo-wee, they didn't see it. They also didn't see how deep your knowledge was, how deep your connection was with the Most High, how deep. Somebody thought that your relationship or who you are was very surface. They didn't know that you were really entrenched in your spirit, with your communication, with your intuition, with your spirituality. Somebody thought it was fake, was a game, right? Somebody thought somebody was competing with you. Somebody could have even been doing, thought that you was fighting with them on a spiritual level. Three Stooges, oh my God, they're all fools. They're all unqualified. They're all bumping into each other, don't know what to fucking do. This is something that could be going on in somebody's life. It's like they're discombobulated, oh shit. All right, yeah, people are caught off guard. People, oh shit. Things are happening, things are falling, things are catching people. Yeah, the fruit is ripe. They're also attacking each other. Yeah, whoever these three people are. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on here? Anything else, Spirit? Okay, well, we got a couple here. What we got? You've come a long way, baby. Yes, you have, collective. What? The cat in the hat. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. This is somebody that came and caused a lot of destruction in your life. A lot of destruction. I mean, this is somebody that wanted to tear up everything. This is like somebody coming into your house and breaking your shit. Tearing up your TVs, fucking up your remotes, clogging up the toilets. Some of y'all could be experiencing that shit right now. Things falling apart, things breaking. That's because you have a spirit or energy around you that refuses to move the fuck on. They've been warned. And if this is somebody that's still here, that refuses to repent and to stop what they're doing because they've been warned, then they're gonna have to face judgment. Point blank. Period. Look. Too many negative seeds have been planted. Here, it's harvest time again. Too many negative seeds have been planted here. It's harvest time. It's too much. Somebody has done too much. Beyond reproach. I'm not going to say they've done it beyond forgiveness, all right? Because that's God. We can forgive as far as we can forgive as a human in the flesh, right? We can forgive as much as we can, but we also have to be cautious of our ego that won't let it go, right? The ego won't let us move forward and be as open and transparent as we like to be because of those interactions, those pains, those walls, those building blocks, those blocks that we build up, right, to protect ourselves. Let's do some more. Let's do some of these. I'm going to get a couple of these and then I'm going to get the message from the ancestors. These are strictly for confirmation for the ones that resonate more with the tarot than the oracle cards. Okay, what we got here? The Hangman. Yeah, you're no longer in denial. You're no longer confused. You're no longer blinded. You're no longer in that energy of, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. You're very fucking clear. You're very fucking clear. Spirit's showing you. Got Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The universe is showing you. Your intuition has already shown you, but you may have not wanted to believe it because it could be somebody that's close to you. Okay? And Spirit is saying it's a sister. That's the only card that came out, only identifier. Look, the devil. Oh my God. The devil. Alright? You see that shit. 9 of Wands, you gotta protect your fucking self, right? Because you're the high priestess. Come on, Spirit. Talk to him. Listen. It's time to move away to calmer waters. Because somebody refuses to stop. Somebody refuses, I heard, to let you go. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 4 of Swords. Ooh. 6 of Pentacles. They refuse to let you go. Somebody, listen, if this isn't a spirit that's around you, collective, there's somebody around you that there is a spirit on them from a passed on loved one that's using them because they refuse to let you go. They refuse to give up trying to cause destruction in your life. That's what that did. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, if it isn't in your energy, then it's attached to someone around you. Spirit, what's that? So let me know about. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. What's the ancestors' messages? What's the ancestors? The air and the rhythm. Okay. What's the message for the collective spirit? What do they need to know? Can you confirm this information, this message for us, please, and thank you. How did they get there? You know, somebody had to be openly against you, openly low vibration, some way for this person or this energy to connect, to attach themselves to them. They had to have some kind of, it could be pain, anger, resentment, you know what I'm saying? Something. Okay, what we got here? The Magician. Somebody's been doing spell work. point blank fucking period. Tree. Balance. Conjuring. Somebody was conjuring up this energy. Somebody was conjuring up this energy. Somebody was doing spell work. And they got caught off guard. Yeah. Yeah, because you were guarded. You were protected. You were guided to move away from this connection. Yeah. Somebody was doing magic. Conjuring up spirits. Somebody could have even conjured up this fucking spirit. Okay, we got warrior. That's you. Look at that. And innocent. Somebody was told to leave you alone. Ooh-wee. Somebody was told to stop overstepping your boundaries. Somebody was told to stop overstepping those spiritual boundaries. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't. Look, compassion, healer. That's who you are. You're very forgiving. You're very nurturing. Right? You're a very healing and forgiving person. You're purity. Wow, somebody did that shit. Come on now. You got to go now. You got to go. Ooh, spirits, they got to go. They got to go talk to God, man. This is somebody that refused to think that they listen. They could stay in purgatory. They could stay in the middle because they refuse. They refuse to hope. This is somebody that what they did, what they practiced down here. They standing by their shit and they refuse to fucking leave. Somebody said, I ain't going nowhere until I accomplish something. See, they made a deal with the fucking devil. But the devil ain't in the picture no more now. They ain't never really been in the picture except for the lies. Ooh, conjuring boundaries and purity. Yes. Somebody was attacking you. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. The Holy One, inspiration. Man, listen. Listen. You counted on God. Look, mentor, coach. Come on now. Come on now. You were guided. You were protected. You are a warrior spirit. You are a healer. The high priestess. I told you some of y'all are into divination. Some of y'all could be tarot readers like myself. Some of y'all have spiritual gifts. Yes, you do. And you can communicate with the one passed on. All those that are in the ether. You had to protect. Somebody was doing fucking magic. They've been the devil and the magician with the 9 of Wands. Oh yeah. Your intuition is heightened. All right, your discernment. Whatever guided you to move away to move away from this individual, you were inspired by the Most High, by God. That was your inspiration from Source. You trusted the information they were giving. You trusted when Spirit said, don't trust this person. Protect yourself. Take your spiritual bath. Stay in prayer. Fast. Whatever it is. Show you the clarity. There it is. That's where it is. Somebody was out here conjuring up shit, conjuring up the demonic entities, and they were using them, and they were told to fucking stop. They kept overstepping the spiritual boundaries. Your ancestors are fucking fed up with this person because they done planted too many negative fucking seeds. They can't fix this. It's like somebody's planted so many weeds in the fucking garden. Now all the weeds are coming up and choking out the garden, and now they want to. Ain't nothing left. No, you're not to be trusted. You're not repentive of what you've done, of the things that you created, the things that you've done that have grown to become something that choked out everything around people. You can't take that shit back, and you refuse to hold yourself accountable. You refuse to say you didn't do that shit. You did it and you don't care. They did it and they don't care. They're unrepentant. This is a spirit that's unrepentant of what is done. Whether alive or passed on already, it refuses to go. It refuses to give up. But you know, Spirit said their arms are too short to box with God. This is somebody that's still trying to block you. I'm telling you, somebody done attach themselves to some kind of energy or someone around you, and that's only because someone around you is very low vibrational. They couldn't attach themselves to you, so they got to get to somebody close to you, somebody that could be holding some kind of connection to you and some animosity as well. Well, this is them, period. They've been out here destroying everything. They came into your house and started tearing up all your shit, just like they do in Cat in the Hat. They come in there with them kids up there by themselves, your vulnerability, your innocence, and they, oh, we can do this and we can do that. You're not going to get in trouble. It's going to be fine. Not even thinking about the consequences of when the house is tore up and here come your fucking parents. What you going to fucking tell them? That the spirit made you do it? That your invisible friend made you do it? Because they gone. Now that shit's going to look like you're the one that did this shit. And you're going to be held accountable. Spirit said, This could also be an energy of someone around, someone that entices them to do destructive shit. That literally came into your house, like I said, and started tearing up your shit. Breaking your things, right? You ever like had a play date with a parent and a child, and they come into your home and the other child starts tearing up your baby shit because of jealousy and envy because they don't have it at home? You hear me? Anyway, what we gonna do here? I'm finna get up off of this. Let's get y'all a spiritual AF. But listen, that's what's going on. All right. What's the closing message? Some of you guys could be mentors and coaches, okay? Or that's what you're meant to be. You're meant to teach people about these kind of things, right? Because a lot of people don't, they don't believe in it or whatever. But those that do, oh, I got a couple here. All right, let's see what they say. We got one that says, once you start laughing, you start healing. And the other one, in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experience that shaped you. Forgive, but don't forget, right? Let's see what we got here. If you aren't ready to laugh at what's going on, then laugh at something else. The internet is filled with ridiculous shit. Laugh at that or call up your best friend who you trust to make fun of your problem in that loving, brutal way they do. Just start laughing. You don't have anything to lose. And then in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. And that brings you right back to when I started. It's like things can happen, right? And we can forgive, but we don't forget. And we can't hate the experience that turned us into this person that we are. Because there was a blessing. There was a silver lining to it, right? Yes, it hurt. Yeah, I'm mad. Yeah, fuck that. But it brought up your awareness, right? It made you stronger. It made you maybe more defensive, It made you more cautious, of course. But it also made you stronger. You overcame it. So there is a blessing in the bullshit sometimes, right? Anything truly cool about you was created from the life you lived. Remember that when you start to wind down the shame spiral, no time is wasted, no love is wasted, no tears are wasted, no breath is wasted. You being you is important, and every single thing that made you is of value. Tell shame to suck it. That's your message, guys. I'll see y'all. Deuces. Y'all stay up.